Hello and welcome to Small Business Matters. I'm Jean Card. I'm here in the NFIB studio with Congressman Bob Gibbs. He is from Ohio. He is an NFIB member and a freshman member of Congress. Welcome, Congressman.
Well, good to be here.
I wanted to talk to you a little bit about your perspective as a small business owner. Now you're in Congress, you're trying to impact what's going on with the federal budget, the federal deficit. Now, of course, in your business and businesses, you have more than one business, you've had to make some tough decisions, right?
You're right.
Not spend more than you take in. So how does that
The federal
translate?
government needs to make some tough decisions, too, and get this deficit spending and debt under control, because if we don't, we're risking the future of basically the country. Our national security is at risk, and we're mortgaging the future for our kids and their kids, and it's number one priority. We've got to cut the deficit spending and move on the track of fiscal responsibility. And I think that will help bring certainty coming out of Washington, D.C., along with common sense regulations, and restore confidence in the private sector, and so people will make those investments and risk their capital, hire people, and get this economy going again.
We hear that a lot at NFIB, that certainty is very important to business owners.
Yep, and we're probably at the peak of uncertainty coming out of this town, and at least in my lifetime.
Yeah, so you really feel that if we get the spending and deficits under control, get some common sense and regulation.
And I want to be clear, too, raising taxes is not the answer. Right now, the federal government's taken about 25% of the gross domestic product to fund the federal government, which is really at World War II levels. It's historically 18 to 20%, so we need to be down 20% at least. And when you take 25%, take that much resources out of the private sector to fund the federal government, then you add on state and local governments. I mean, there's just no way you're going to get a strong economic growth and create jobs with that kind of spending level. So it's a spending problem, it's not a revenue problem.
Okay. What would you recommend to other business owners like yourself who want to make a difference but maybe don't have the time or the passion to run for office?
They need to get engaged and make those phone calls to the members of Congress or members of the state legislature when appropriate. But I think not just make the phone call when there's a crisis, but try to develop a relationship with your congressperson.
I think that's great advice to all NFIB members, all small business owners, and we appreciate you coming here today and sharing that perspective and that great advice. This is Small Business Matters. I'm Jean Card. Congressman Gibbs from Ohio had some great advice today. Get engaged with your elected officials.